Every day, the world puts you under pressure. Markets crash, people make mistakes, unexpected events happen everywhere. Most people react in these moments, fearful, emotional, and impulsive. But you can be different. You can stay completely calm, keep your mind focused, and make powerful decisions even when everyone else is losing control. This audiobook will show you how to master your mind and emotions in every storm and achieve true dominance over yourself. Chapter 1. Stop reacting, start responding. The difference between a calm person and a chaotic one isn't emotion, it's response time. Opening every day you're tested that a driver cuts you off, that a coworker disrespects you. Markets crash. Plans fall apart. And before your mind even knows what's happening, your emotions take over. You react, you snap, you spiral. But here's the truth. Reacting is weakness. Responding is power. That a reaction is impulsive, that a response is intentional. Point one is born from emotion, the other from awareness. The goal of this chapter is simple: to rewire how you meet pressure, to train you to pause, breathe, and respond, instead of reacting like everyone else. Section 1. Why you react. Reactions are automatic. They come from an untrained nervous system, a mind that has never practiced stillness. Your body feels threatened, your ego feels attacked, and you fire back. That it's survival mode. But survival mode costs clarity. Think about soldiers in combat. The untrained one flinches, the trained one breathes. Same threat, different mind. The reason you react is simple. You never built the gap between stimulus and response. That split second where control lives. That if you don't control the gap controls you. Section 2. The power of the pause. From now on, train one phrase into your mind. Pause. Breathe. Did she day? Say it out loud. Say it again. Let it anchor you when chaos comes. When something triggers you, an insult, a failure, an unexpected hit, pause for 3 seconds. 3 seconds that belong only to you. In those 3 seconds, you shift from emotional impulse to deliberate action. This is not weakness. This is command. Elite soldiers call this the combat pause. That silence. They scan, think, and act with precision. You can do the same in your daily battles. Someone yells, pause. An opportunity slips, pause. Pressure rises, pause. That you'll be shocked how many problems disappear in those 3 seconds. Section 3. Turn reactivity into ritual. To change your responses, you must train them. Calm is not built in the moment of pressure. It's built in preparation. Start small. When your phone buzzes, wait 2 seconds before checking it. When you get irritated, inhale 4, hold 4, exhale 6. That you're teaching your brain that you, not the world, decide your timing. Every pause rewires your nervous system. Every breath teaches. Your mind, I am not controlled by emotion. Emotion serves me. This is mental weightlifting. Each repetition builds strength. Each repetition builds patience. Each repetition builds control. Section 4. Responding creates power. Responding doesn't mean doing nothing. It means doing the right thing. That a response is strategy. A reaction is noise. Leaders who stay calm during crisis gain trust. Traders who stay logical during losses protect capital. Parents who respond instead of react build respect. When you learn to respond, you stop being dragged by emotion and start directing it. You become dangerous in the best way because chaos can't move you. Repeat this until it becomes identity. I don't react. I respond. I don't react. I respond. I don't react. I respond. Section 5. The daily practice. Here's your drill. 1. Every morning, before your day begins, repeat the phrase, pause. Breathe. Decide. 2. During the day, when tension hits, slow your breath and count to 3.3. At night, review the moments you reacted and mentally replay them with calm. That's it. Simple. Repetitive. Effective. Do it long enough and it becomes automatic. Pressure will come, but your response will already be trained. Chapter closing. This is your first step toward emotional mastery. From this moment forward, you are no longer allowed to react like everyone else. You are deliberate. You are calm. You are in control. When the world pushes, you pause. When chaos shouts, you breathe. When emotions rise, you decide. Remember, pause, breathe, decide. Every time, this is how calm begins. Chapter 2. The power of slowing down the mind. The faster your thoughts race, the slower your progress becomes. Opening the human mind is fast, too fast. It races, it analyzes, it predicts, it fears. You wake up, and before your feet even touch the floor, you're already 10 problems deep in your head. And then you wonder why you feel exhausted before the day even begins. Here's the truth most people never learn. You don't need a faster mind. You need a calmer one. Because speed doesn't create clarity, it destroys it. The mind that moves too fast starts reacting to illusions. That it builds panic from possibilities, not realities. And when you live like that, you never lead your thoughts, they lead you. This chapter is about slowing down your mental tempo until you control the rhythm of your own thoughts. Section 1. The cost of a fast mind feels productive, but it's chaos disguised as progress. You scroll through 10 ideas, but finish none. You jump between emotions before you processed one. That you live in mental traffic. That's why people burn out. Not because of what they do, but because of how fast they think while doing it. High performers, elite soldiers, top athletes, chess masters, they train not to speed up, but to slow down when the pressure rises, because calm minds make sharp moves, rush minds make mistakes. Repeat that. Calm minds make sharp moves. Rush minds make mistakes. You can't solve a storm with more storm. You solve it with stillness. Section 2. The science of slowing down. When you slow your breathing, your brain's panic center, the amygdala, starts to quiet. Your body tells your mind, we are safe. And once the body is calm, clarity can return. That's why the greatest tool of mental control is not logic. It's breath. Here's your pattern. Inhale for 4 seconds. Hold for 4. Exhale for 6. Repeat it 3 times whenever stress appears. This is your off switch, your reset button, your built-in pause. Because when you slow the breath, you slow the chaos. Say that out loud. When I slow the breath, I slow the chaos. You don't need to escape your thoughts. You need to slow them until they can't hurt you. Section 3. Slow thinking wins in fast worlds. The world rewards speed, fast decisions, fast replies, fast money. But the people who last are those who know when to slow down. That a sniper doesn't rush a shot. That a chess master doesn't move fast. He moves right. That a calm leader doesn't shout over the noise. He listens through it. You win by slowing your perception until every detail becomes visible. You win by stretching time in your mind. When you slow your thinking, your awareness expands, and that's where your power comes from. Repeat this until it becomes a belief. Slow is smooth. Smooth is fast. That's not a slogan. It's a formula for mastery. Section 4. Training the slow mind. You can't slow down under pressure if you've never practiced it under peace. Start training it daily. Morning ritual. Sit in silence for 5 minutes. Just breathe. Let your thoughts come, but don't chase them. Watch them like clouds passing. tea first, it'll feel uncomfortable. The silence will itch. That's your addiction to speed showing up. But day by day, it changes. The silence becomes strength. You begin to think on purpose. You begin to move on command. And one day, you'll notice chaos around you won't speed you up anymore, that you'll be the one slowing it down. Section 5, Mental Clarity Through Stillness. A slow mind sees what a fast mind misses. When you slow down, you start noticing patterns in people and problems, in yourself. That's what separates emotional maturity from emotional reaction. Stillness gives you perspective. Stillness shows you what actually matters. You don't need more thoughts. You need cleaner ones. You don't need more action. You need precise action. Remember, slowness is clarity. Clarity is power. Section 6. The calm mind formula. Every time your thoughts race, use this formula. Pause, breathe, observe, decide, point 4 steps. Always the same rhythm. Pause to create space. Breathe to regain control. Observe to separate emotion from truth. Decide from clarity, not panic. That is how you lead your own mind instead of being led by it. Repeat this mantra until it becomes instinct. My pace is my power, because the slower your internal rhythm, the greater your external control. Chapter closing. From this point on, you no longer chase your thoughts, you guide them. You no longer sprint through your mind. You walk through it calmly, intentionally, deliberately. Slow thinking isn't laziness, it's mastery. Because when the world speeds up, you'll stay steady. And when everyone else panics, you'll see solutions they can't. So when life rushes you, remember this truth. Slow the breath. Slow the chaos. Slow the mind. You're not behind. You're just becoming deliberate. And deliberate minds always win. Chapter 3. Emotional detachment is not coldness. It's strength. Detachment is not indifference. Detachment is mastery of the self. Opening. Most people misunderstand emotional detachment. They hear the word and think, he must be cold. He must not care. They confuse strength with apathy. Let me be clear. Detachment is power. It is the ability to feel without being controlled. It is the ability to see without being biased. It is the ability to act without being influenced by drama, chaos, or ego. When you detach, you become free. Free to think clearly. Free to act decisively. Free to remain unshaken while the world loses its mind. Section 1. The cost of emotional attachment. Attachment to outcomes, people, or opinions creates invisible chains. When you are attached, every insult pierces you. Every failure crushes you. Every unpredictable moment becomes a crisis. Look at traders who lose their composure on a single bad trade. Look at leaders who crumble when their plan fails. Look at parents who explode when children misbehave. Attachment is emotional debt. Every reaction is interest being paid on that debt. Detach, and you stop giving away power. Repeat this truth. Detachment is freedom. Attachment is surrender. Section 2. Detachment versus coldness. Let me repeat. Detachment is not being cold. It's not being heartless. It's not avoiding connection. It's choosing control over chaos. You can care deeply, but not be consumed. You can love fully, but not be lost. You can be present, but not reactive. Example: a surgeon cares for the patient, yet does not panic mid-surgery. Example: a soldier protects his team, yet remains strategic under fire. Example: a CEO guides a company, yet makes decisions without being emotionally hijacked. The detached mind acts from power, not panic, from strategy, not emotion, from clarity, not confusion. Say this aloud. I feel. Ikare. I act. I do not react. Section 3. Detachment builds emotional armor. When you detach, you stop being a target for chaos. Drama loses its hold. Criticism loses its sting. Failure becomes feedback instead of defeat. Detachment creates armor. Armor that protects your mind from the storms outside. Armor that allows you to see reality without distortion. Armor that lets you choose your next move with precision. Every moment of practice strengthens this armor. Step back from an argument that don't respond immediately to negative messages. Observe the chaos. Don't join it. And each repetition builds the habit until it's automatic. Section 4. Detachment in practice. Let's make this practical. Every time someone triggers you. 1. Pause. Point 2. Label the emotion you feel. This is anger. This is frustration. 3. Ask yourself, does reacting serve me? Or does it serve them? If it serves them, you detach. If it serves you, you respond strategically. Example, a colleague insults you in a meeting. Immediate reaction. Yell back. Lose control. Detached response. Breathe. Stay calm. Answer only if it advances your goals. You don't need drama. You don't need validation. You need control. Repeat after me. I am not moved by every storm. I am moved by strategy. Section 5. Detachment as a daily exercise. Detachment is like a muscle. It must be exercised consistently. Morning reflection. Identify what could trigger you today and visualize staying calm. During conflict, step back physically or mentally. Observe without reacting. Evening review. Reflect on moments where you remained detached and moments you didn't. The more you practice, the more instinctive it becomes. Point 1 day, chaos will arrive, and instead of panicking, you will smile quietly. You will feel everything, but you will let nothing control you. Mantra to repeat. Detached to see clearly. Detached to act wisely. Detached to stay strong. Chapter closing. Detachment is not weakness. Detachment is mastery. IT is the skill that separates the weak from the unshakable. You will care. You will feel. You will love, but you will not be controlled. You will observe, not react. You will act, not be swept away. Every time you detach, you take back a piece of your power. Every time you practice, you build armor for your mind. Every time you stay calm, you strengthen your presence in the storm. Remember this mantra. Repeat it daily. Repeat it. During chaos, I feel. Ikare. I act. I do not react. Detachment is your edge. Detachment is your shield. Detachment is your strength. Chapter 4. You can't control events. Only your interpretation. The world doesn't bend to your will. Your mind bends to the world. Opening life is unpredictable. Markets crash. Plans fail. People betray. Opportunities vanish. Chaos is everywhere. And it doesn't ask permission. Most people spend their lives trying to control the uncontrollable. They panic when the unexpected happens. They argue with reality. They resist what is. Here's the truth. You cannot control events. You can only control how you interpret them. That's where power lies. Not in changing the storm, but in deciding how you face it. And this chapter is about rewiring your perception so that nothing can break you. Section 1. The illusion of control. Humans are wired to seek control. That IT feels safe. It feels strong. But control over life is an illusion, a trap. Example, you plan your day perfectly and the unexpected happens. Reaction, frustration, anger, panic. Interpretation, life is against me. You see the difference? One is reaction, one is perspective. The mind that clings to control becomes fragile. The mind that adapts to interpretation becomes unbreakable. Repeat this truth aloud. I cannot control the world, but I can control my mind. Section 2. Reframing reality. Every event is neutral. The IT only becomes good or bad through your interpretation. Example, you fail a project, negative interpretation. I'm incompetent. I'll never succeed. Powerful interpretation. This is feedback. I learn. I grow. Reframing reality is a skill. It's mental gymnastics for emotional survival. When you see events as information, not judgment, chaos becomes a teacher. Your mind begins to notice solutions instead of problems. Mantra. Events are neutral. My interpretation is my power. Section 3. Stop arguing with reality. Stop fighting what you cannot change. Stop resisting what is. The more you fight, the more you suffer. Think about athletes facing injuries. They can't undo the damage, but they can change how they respond. Rehab, strategy, persistence. That's interpretation in action. Every argument with reality is wasted energy. Every complaint is a chain you put on yourself. Instead, focus on what you can influence. Your choices, your actions, your mindset. Repeat aloud. I don't argue with reality. I interpret it. I act. Section 4. The freedom of mental ownership. When you accept that the world will throw chaos at you, freedom appears. You stop blaming, stop stressing, stop panicking. Your mind becomes your fortress, impenetrable by circumstance. Example, traders who lose money don't spiral. They analyze, adjust, and move on. Example, leaders facing crises don't collapse. They assess, adapt, and lead. Your interpretation creates your reality. Control your interpretation, and you control your experience, even if the events themselves remain wild. Mantra repetition. I choose my interpretation. I choose my peace. I choose my power. Section 5. Daily practice of interpretation. Every day. Challenge your default interpretations. 1. Identify a negative event that triggered emotion today. Point 2. Ask, what is neutral here? What is fact, not story? 3. Reframe it into an actionable lesson or perspective. Do this consistently, and your brain rewires itself. You will stop reacting to chaos and start responding with clarity. You will stop seeing problems and start seeing information. Remember, events happen. My interpretation defines the outcome. Chapter closing. No one can control what happens outside you. The storm will rage. Plans will fail. People will disappoint. But your mind, your interpretation is always yours. You decide. Panic or clarity. Fear or strategy. Chaos or calm. Every time you reinterpret an event, you reclaim power. Every time you pause and assess, you rise above the chaos. Every time you choose perspective, you train an unbreakable mind. Repeat aloud your new command. I cannot control life, but I control my mind. I interpret. I respond. I remain unshaken. This is the freedom that turns chaos into opportunity. This is the power of controlling your interpretation. Chapter 5. Build the muscle of composure. Calm is not a gift. Calm is a muscle, and muscles are built, not found. Opening composure is rare. Most people think it comes naturally. That IT doesn't. Composure is earned. That IT is trained. That IT is built, repetition by repetition, in ordinary moments, so that extraordinary moments find you ready. Every person you admire for staying calm under pressure didn't just stumble into it. They practiced. They rehearsed. They exposed themselves to stress over and over until calm became instinct. This chapter is your blueprint to do the same, that we're building a muscle, the muscle of composure, and every repetition strengthens it. Section 1. Understanding composure. Composure is not suppression of emotion. The IT is mastery of emotion. When the market crashes, the calm trader doesn't panic. When someone insults them, they don't explode. When life shouts, they speak softly, and yet everything listens. Composure is the ability to be fully present, fully aware, and fully in control, regardless of chaos around you. Repeat this mantra aloud. I am calm. I am steady. I am unshaken. Section 2. The muscle metaphor. Composure is like a muscle. It strengthens under resistance. It grows through repetition. It atrophies when unused. Think about physical training. You don't lift heavy weights once and become strong. You lift, recover, lift again, consistently. Composure works the same way. Every stressful situation you practice staying calm in is a repetition. Every moment you pause instead of reacting is a set. Every breath you control under pressure is a rep. Say this aloud. Composure is a muscle. I train it daily. I grow stronger with every rep. Section 3. Daily composure exercises. Here's how to train. 1. Micro stress exposure. Seek small challenges intentionally. Minor irritations, inconvenient delays, uncomfortable conversations. Practice staying calm. Point 2. Breathing drills. Inhale 4 seconds, hold 4, exhale 6. Do this whenever tension rises. Your nervous system learns to reset. Point 3. Visualization under pressure. Imagine the worst-case scenario for your day. See yourself handling it calmly. Rehearse control. Every day you do this, the muscle grows stronger. Every day you skip it, it weakens. Section 4. The habit of composure. Composure isn't just for emergencies, it's for every interaction. Respond slowly to texts. Listen fully before replying in meetings. Pause before you speak in arguments. These tiny habits accumulate. They train your mind to resist emotional hijacking. They turn instinctive reactions into deliberate responses. Repeat aloud. Every pause builds my composure. Every breath strengthens my control. Every day I grow unshakable. Section 5. Composure under extreme pressure. When pressure hits, muscles built in practice take over. A calm trader in a market crash makes rational decisions. A calm leader in a crisis guides others with clarity. A calm person in a conflict diffuses tension without losing authority. The reason they succeed isn't luck, that it's repetition, that it's training, that it's muscle memory for the mind. Every time you practice calm, even in small ways, you prepare for the storms you cannot avoid. Mantra repetition. I have trained my mind. I have built my calm. I am ready for any storm. Chapter closing. Composure is not optional. It is your edge. It is the difference between reacting like everyone else and responding like a master. You build it through repetition. You strengthen it through practice. You maintain it through discipline. From this moment on, treat every stressful situation as a workout. Every pause is a rep. Every breath is a set. Every controlled response is a gain. Repeat aloud your command. Composure is my muscle. Calm is my power. I train it every day, and I will not be shaken. When the world rushes and chaos erupts, your calm will be your dominance. And dominance comes only to the trained, the prepared, and the unshakable. Chapter 6. Stop seeking validation in chaos. The weak perform for approval. The strong perform from clarity. Most people chase validation like it's oxygen. They need approval from friends, family, colleagues, even strangers online. And in times of chaos, this need grows louder. They react to every comment, every opinion, every shout. They bend, they crumble, they lose control because they are driven by other people's judgments. That here's the truth. Validation is external. Calm is internal. You cannot control what others think. You cannot control the world opinions. You can control yourself, and that is where real power lives. This chapter is about breaking free from the need for approval and building dominance through composure and self-trust. Section 1. The cost of seeking approval when you rely on validation. You give away your power. Your decisions become reactions to others' opinions, not reflections of your goals. You become emotional prey in every situation, easily triggered by criticism, rejection, or disagreement. You lose clarity because your focus shifts from what matters to what others think. Example: a trader who constantly checks forums for approval loses focus and makes impulsive trades. Example: a leader who seeks praise alters decisions to please others instead of acting strategically. The more you chase validation, the further you drift from calm, controlled action. Repeat this truth aloud. Approval is optional. Calm is mandatory. Section 2. Chaos exposes the need for approval. Notice this. Chaos amplifies insecurity. When the world is unpredictable, the insecure seek validation to anchor themselves that a team fails. A market crashes. A relationship strains. The instinct of the insecure. Look to others for permission to feel, to act, to exist. The instinct of the calm. Look inward for guidance. You will be tested. People will yell. Systems will fail. Plans will collapse. And your first reflex will reveal whether you're anchored externally or internally. Anchor yourself internally. Repeat aloud. I do not bend for praise. I do not break for criticism. I act from my own mind. Section 3. Replace approval with self-trust. The antidote to validation seeking is self-trust. Self-trust is knowing your mind is enough. Self-trust is acting with certainty, regardless of outside opinion. Example: an elite athlete ignores the crowd's noise and focuses on execution. Example: a calm leader makes unpopular but necessary decisions and still achieves results. Self-trust is built the same way as composure. Repetition and rehearsal. Every time you make a decision without asking what will others think, you strengthen your inner authority. Repeat this mantra aloud. I trust my mind. I trust my choices. I trust my calm. Section 4. Practicing independence in chaos. How do you train self-trust and reduce the need for approval? 1. Pause before responding. Every text, email, or conversation, pause. Decide whether your action serves you or the approval of others. Point 2. Limit external input. Choose what you listen to. Reduce news, social media, or opinions that distract from your calm. Point 3. Daily affirmation. Each morning, repeat, I do not need validation. I am enough. I act with clarity. These habits strengthen your mental immunity. Chaos may rise around you, but your mind stays anchored. People will try to provoke you, and it won't work. Repeat aloud. I act for myself. I act for my goals. I act from clarity, not approval. Section 5. The power of silent dominance. Here's the truth. The calmest person in the room dominates the room. They don't speak to prove themselves. They don't react to insults or applause. They act with precision. They move with intent. Chaos no longer threatens them. Criticism no longer sways them. External validation is irrelevant. Mantra repetition. Silence is my dominance. Composure is my proof. Approval is unnecessary. Chapter Closing Seeking Validation is a weakness disguised as ambition. Calm, clarity, and composure are strengths disguised as stillness. From this moment on, stop bending for applause. Stop reacting to criticism. Stop letting opinions dictate your mood, your actions, or your power. Anchor yourself internally. Trust yourself. Respond strategically. Repeat this aloud. Make it your command. I do not seek approval. I do not chase validation. I am calm. I am clear. I am in control. The world will continue to scream. The chaos will continue to rise. But your power, your calm, your dominance is untouchable. Chapter 7. Discipline is the root of inner peace. Discipline is not restriction. Discipline is freedom. It is the foundation of calm, clarity, and control. Opening peace does not arrive spontaneously. Calm does not descend from the sky. Clarity does not appear by accident. They are earned. They are built. They are trained daily, consistently, without compromise. Discipline is the root of inner peace. That IT is the anchor in a chaotic world. That IT is the structure that allows your mind to operate at its highest level, regardless of external pressures. Without discipline, chaos always wins. With discipline, even the storm becomes your ally. This chapter is about building that foundation. The discipline that transforms pressure into calm and chaos into opportunity. Section 1. Discipline versus motivation. Motivation is temporary. It comes and goes. Discipline is permanent. It lasts even when you don't feel like it. Example: the person who waits for motivation to start exercising rarely progresses. The person who trains consistently, rain, shine, boredom, or fatigue, build a body and a mind capable of weathering anything. Discipline is acting according to what must be done, not what you feel like doing. Peace comes when action is consistent, not convenient. Repeat this aloud. I act because it is necessary, not because it is easy, not because I feel like it. Section 2. Daily rituals create mental armor. Discipline is built through daily habits. Morning routines. Wake early. Move, breathe, plan. Work routines. Focus on one task at a time. Eliminate distractions. Follow through until complete. Evening routines. Reflection, gratitude, preparation for tomorrow. Each routine is a brick in your fortress of calm. Each consistent action builds resilience. Every skipped habit weakens the foundation. Mantra repetition. Discipline first. Peace follows. Control is the reward. Section 3. Discipline in chaos. Discipline is tested most when the world is unpredictable. That a calm leader doesn't wait for conditions to be perfect. They act consistently. A disciplined trader doesn't panic during market swings. They stick to rules and strategy. A disciplined person doesn't break under pressure. They execute the plan they've rehearsed every day. Discipline allows you to maintain order internally when the world is disorderly externally. Repeat this aloud. I remain disciplined under pressure. I act with control. Chaos does not move me. Section 4. Small wins compound. Discipline compounds over time. Small actions repeated daily create massive results. Wake up on time. Stick to your morning practice. Control your diet. Train your mind. Practice calm. Every small win reinforces your self-trust. Every habit strengthens your inner fortress. Every repetition is a step toward unshakable composure. Mantra. Small wins every day build unstoppable strength. Discipline is my daily practice. Peace is my reward. Section 5. Discipline equals freedom. Discipline is often mistaken for restriction. People think routines and rules are limiting that in reality. Discipline creates freedom. Freedom from panic. Freedom from chaos. Freedom from indecision. Freedom to act strategically, even when others are lost in emotion. The more disciplined you are, the less life can control you. The stronger your habits, the less circumstance can dictate your mood. Repeat aloud. Discipline frees me. Discipline strengthens me. Discipline creates calm that cannot be broken. Chapter closing. Inner peace is not a gift. Calm is not accidental. Composure is not random. They're built brick by brick, habit by habit, day by day. Discipline is the root. Consistency is the water. Repetition is the sun. From this moment, commit. I build discipline daily. I honor my routines. I create peace through practice. Chaos will not touch me. When storms arise, your inner structure will hold. When life pressures you, your calm will prevail. Discipline is not punishment. It is your shield. Discipline is not restriction. It is your key to unstoppable power. Chapter 8. The enemy is your inner dialogue. The loudest chaos you will ever face comes not from the world, but from your own mind. Opening you can survive storms, crises, and pressure. You can navigate chaos, criticism, and conflict, but there is one enemy most people never recognize: their own thoughts. Your inner dialogue, the voice that comments, doubts, fears, and judges, can destroy composure faster than any external event. It whispers, "You can't do this. You'll fail. They are against you." It amplifies fear, magnifies mistakes, and magnifies chaos in a panic. This chapter is about recognizing the enemy inside your head and mastering it. Section 1. The mind is a battlefield. Your thoughts are not neutral. They are persuasive. They are relentless. When you let them run unchecked, they become a storm. You replay every insult. You magnify every mistake. You predict failure before it even happens. And here's the truth. 90% of the panic you feel never exists outside your head. It's your own mind exaggerating, spinning, and hijacking your calm. Repeat aloud. I'm not at war with the world. I am at war with my untrained thoughts. Section 2. Recognize the patterns. Your inner dialogue follows predictable patterns. Self-doubt. I'm not enough. I can't handle this. Catastrophizing. If this fails, everything fails. Comparison. Others are better. Others are ahead. The first step in mastering your mind is noticing these patterns. Awareness is power. Label the thought. This is self-doubt. This is fear. This is exaggeration. By naming it, you disarm it. By observing it, you control it. Repeat aloud. Thoughts are not commands. They are signals. I choose my action. Section 3. Interrupt and redirect. Once you recognize destructive thoughts, you must act immediately. Pause. Breathe. Reset. Ask, does this thought serve me or does it harm me? Replace. Swap panic with strategy, fear with focus, doubt with action. Example, you think, I'll embarrass myself in this meeting. Interrupt. Pause. Breathe. Redirect. I am prepared. I speak with clarity. I control my actions. Every time you interrupt and redirect, your inner muscle of calm strengthens. Repeat aloud. I do not obey fear. I do not obey doubt. I act from control and clarity. Section 4. Practice mental mastery. Daily training. Your inner dialogue is like training a muscle. You practice daily. You rehearse deliberately. Exercises 1. Morning visualization. Anticipate challenges and practice calm internal response. Point 2. Midday check-in. Notice thoughts, label them, redirect. Point 3. Evening reflection. Review moments your thoughts controlled you and replay them with mastery. The more you train, the less the mind hijacks you. The more you redirect, the more calm becomes instinct. Repeat aloud. I'm the master of my mind. I control my thoughts. My calm is unshakable. Section 5. Silence the noise. Amplify the self. The enemy is loud. Your inner dialogue screams that IT wants attention. It wants panic. It wants control. But the calm person listens differently, observes but does not obey, acknowledges but does not react, acts strategically regardless of the noise. Your thoughts are now a tool, not a tyrant. You can use them for insight, not sabotage. Repeat aloud. I listen to my mind. I use my mind. I do not serve my mind. Chapter Closing the Chaos in the World is powerful, but nothing is more dangerous than the chaos in your own head. Every reaction, every panic, every doubt begins here. From this moment, recognize the enemy. Name it. Interrupt it. Redirect it. Master it. Repeat this mantra. Make it your command. My mind is my tool. My thoughts serve me. I am calm. I am clear. I am in control. When your inner dialogue is tamed, no external chaos can move you. When your thoughts are disciplined, your power is unbreakable. The loudest storm you will ever face comes from within, and now you are ready. Chapter 9. Accept discomfort to gain control. Comfort is the enemy of control. Discomfort is the training ground for mastery. Opening most people run from discomfort. They chase ease, avoid pain, and stay in the familiar. Here's the problem. The world is never comfortable. Chaos doesn't wait for you to feel ready. Stress, failure, conflict, and uncertainty are constant. True control is not avoiding discomfort. It's stepping into it, that it's using discomfort as a tool, a signal, and a teacher. This chapter is about embracing what others flee from, so you can rise above them. Section 1. Discomfort reveals. Weakness discomfort exposes the cracks in your mind. Panic shows where training is lacking. Fear highlights where courage is absent. Resistance points out where habits are weak. Ignoring discomfort delays growth. Facing it head-on builds resilience, clarity, and calm. Repeat aloud. Discomfort is my mirror. It reveals weakness. I face it to build strength. Section 2. Reframe discomfort as opportunity. Discomfort is not punishment. It is feedback. It is a signal that growth is happening. Example. A market loss is not failure. It is information. Example. A difficult conversation is not a threat. It is a chance to practice composure. Example. Physical pain in training is not weakness. It is your body and mind strengthening. When you reframe discomfort, fear loses power. When you reframe discomfort, chaos becomes your ally. Repeat aloud. Discomfort is my teacher. Discomfort is my guide. Discomfort is my path to mastery. Section 3. Practice daily. Exposure. Discomfort must be practiced like a skill. Take cold showers or exercise outside your limits. Speak in situations that make you nervous. Things you fear consistently until they lose their power. Each time you embrace discomfort, you train your mind to stay calm. Each challenge becomes less intimidating. Each trial becomes a rehearsal for control. Mantra repetition. I step into discomfort. I embrace challenge. I gain mastery through what others avoid. Section 4. Control through voluntary discomfort. Voluntary discomfort teaches discipline. IT teaches you to choose discomfort instead of fleeing. That IT trains your body and mind to stay present under pressure. Example. Elite athletes train through exhaustion. Example. Military operators rehearse under extreme stress. Example. High performers make decisions in uncertainty without hesitation. Discomfort becomes a tool, a lever to access calm, focus, and control. Repeat aloud. I do not avoid what is hard. I do not flee from pain. I step in. I gain control. Section 5. Embrace the uncomfortable moment whenever chaos strikes. Pause. Breathe. Notice the discomfort. Step into it intentionally. The moment you accept discomfort, you reclaim control. You stop reacting unconsciously. You act deliberately. You transform fear into focus, resistance into resilience. Repeat this command aloud. I embrace discomfort. I act from control. I stay calm in chaos. Chapter closing. Comfort is a trap. Avoidance is weakness. Discomfort is the gateway to mastery. From this moment, see discomfort as a sign that you're growing, training, and building inner power. Every challenge, every difficulty, every moment that makes you uncomfortable is an opportunity. Step into it. Face it. Own it. Repeat aloud your command. Discomfort does not control me. I control discomfort. I act with clarity. I remain unshaken. When you accept what others run from, you rise above what others fear. When you embrace discomfort, chaos bends to your calm. And that is the essence of true control. Chapter 10. Become the calm in every storm. When chaos rises, the world will look to the calm. That calm can be you if you master it. Opening storms are inevitable. Markets crash. Plans fail. People panic. Life throws curveballs constantly. Most people run, react, or crumble. Few stand steady. Fewer still remain unshaken while the world around them collapses. Here's the truth. You could be the calm in every storm. Not sometimes. Not only when convenient. Always. This chapter is the culmination of every lesson in this audiobook. Emotional control, mental toughness, quiet discipline, self-trust, mastery over thoughts, and embracing discomfort. IT is the blueprint for unwavering composure in every situation. Section 1. Calm is power. Calm is not weakness. Calm is authority. Calm is dominance. When others panic, the calm see opportunities. When others argue, the calm make decisions. When others react, the calm lead. Example. A. Trader remains composed during a market crash and executes profitable trades. Example. A leader stays steady during a crisis and guides their team to victory. Example. A person remains serene in conflict and resolves disputes effortlessly. Calm is not passive. Calm is strategic. Calm is the strongest force you can wield. Repeat aloud. Calm is my power. Calm is my strength. Calm is my weapon. Section 2. Integrate all practices. Becoming the calm in the storm is the result of consistent practice. Discipline daily builds habits and structure. Detachment protects from emotional hijacking. Mastery over interpretation allows clarity in chaos. Control of inner dialogue prevents self-sabotage. Embracing discomfort strengthens resilience. The self-trust removes the need for validation. Each of these practices compounds, creating a mind that remains steady under pressure. You're no longer at the mercy of events. You act decisively, strategically and calmly. Repeat aloud. Every practice, every habit, every repetition builds my calm. I am unshakable. Section 3. Respond. Don't react. The calm mind does not react. The calm mind observes, analyzes, and responds. Reacting is surrender. Responding is control. Storms will test you. Chaos will challenge you. Pressure will demand a reaction. Your choice, panic or mastery. React or respond. Weakness or calm. Example, a heated meeting could trigger anger, or you could respond with precision, clarity, and authority. Example, a sudden crisis could create fear, or you could respond with focus, action, and control. Repeat aloud. I do not react. I respond. I act with clarity and purpose. Section 4. Practice becoming the calm. Now do not wait for a storm to find your calm. Practice it now. Pause before responding to messages. Breathe deeply in small frustrations. Observe minor stressors without reacting. Step into small discomforts intentionally. Each small moment of calm is rehearsal for the storms to come. Every controlled response, every pause, every disciplined action strengthens your presence and authority. Repeat aloud. I practice calm now, so I'm ready for every storm. My composure is my dominance. Section 5. The identity of the calm becoming calm is not just a skill. It is identity.it is who you are. E.it is how you move through the world. People will notice. Chaos will respect you. Stress will bend to your steadiness. Your reputation will grow, not because of force or aggression, but because of unwavering calm and mastery of self. Mantra repetition. I am calm. I am steady. I am unshaken. I am in control. I am the storm's master. Chapter closing. Challenge to the listener now is the time to embody every lesson. Build discipline. Master your thoughts. Detach from emotional chaos. Trust yourself. Embrace discomfort. Reframe events. Stop seeking approval. And above all, become the calm in every storm. Repeat this as your command. Make it your identity. I am calm. I am clear. I am composed. Chaos does not control me. Fear does not move me. Pressure does not break me. I am unshakable. The world will throw storms. People will panic. Events will spiral. You will remain. You will act. You will dominate. Not with force, but with calm. This is your power. This is your edge. This is the ultimate mastery of self. Now it's time to put all the lessons into action. Discipline, mental control, mastery over your thoughts, self-trust, embracing discomfort, and staying calm under pressure. Combine them all. From this moment on, when life throws storms at you, do not react, respond. Practice, breathe, focus, and maintain your composure. Repeat after me. I am calm. I'm focused. I am in control. No chaos can break me. You now have the ability to be the calm in every storm, and that is your true power.